Hey guys, it's your boy Capital Endeavors here. Welcome back to the channel. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Wanted to walk through today trades in the market structure from Friday, January 3rd, kind of as a continuation to what we had. We're talking through our 50K XFA. We're now on 3 days of plus 200. We can go directly to the stats actually. We're at 1650 profit. You can see a pretty steady profit curve going on. And we'll go ahead and see, pretty decent week up $570.92 on the XFA. Friday specifically really only took 6 trades, and I'll kind of go into detail in my next video about really why this was and why I cut my day short really early. But overall, we took a few trades, kind of woke up and found that market structure from that 2-3 a.m. new 4-hour candle formation in London Open. Took a nice little scalp there. Found some entries over on gold, but was still a little bit skittish, and then took 3 small shorts at market open on that first 15 to 30 minute candle. But really, otherwise, locked myself out pretty quickly. We'll go through it. Broke a few rules in my other XFA. Wasn't really feeling good in terms of the way I was trading. Felt more like gambling and kind of chasing as opposed to looking at, the market structure, our opening ranges, and trading based on confidence versus rather just intuition, and really just shut myself off out of this account before I cause any damages unnecessarily. And really, it's a big rule that I'm trying to implement is I'll take the profit, take it, but if I'm making rule breaks, really cut it down, shut it down early, force that discipline upon myself, but also preserve the capital. Is where we're taking this as a long-term viewpoint. Let's get into it. We can see NQ. What a crazy, crazy day. Let's pull up the 15-minute chart actually. You guys will see it was a weird one, right? We had our major dump. We had a pretty big dump day before. Tested that 21,000 range, bounced up, and we opened up right around here on Thursday. Pretty overall kind of a flat day Thursday. Thursday was the big dump. Opened up somewhat flat on the evening of January 2nd, really with this little down candle right here. Open down here, and then we're kind of flat pretty much throughout the entire London session, and we had a big rip up throughout the New York session. So just wanted to get into some of the market structure, kind of what we're looking at. When we look at a 15-minute chart, we opened up, had a pretty down candle, but we held this overall 21,150 support pretty well. We had a down wick here, and then 3 down wicks right here. So really looking at potential opportunities to go long, considering that the market couldn't break below prior resistance over here and kind of what held its support at the end of the New York session here. So we're looking at longs overall. And when we look at this kind of a flat structure, we're looking at, we can take a look at like a parallel channel almost. Kind of like right around here is what we're looking at. We're looking at this as kind of the channel that we're kind of going for, which we had overnight. Really, it's a 50-point channel. Lots of money to be made, but also these kind of ranging sessions can be kind of difficult, especially in a low volume environment that we see typically in these overnight pulls. But we do see some breakouts. We see this 3 o'clock breakout, but immediate pushback in. Testing around VWAP of this yellow line and then kind of bouncing back up, hitting this previous area of 21,275 as support, as resistance, which we also see kind of happening over here as well. Come back down, really takes us to 8, 9 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock we push through. 9 o'clock we really take off once we break above the 200 moving average at the pre-market 9:15 candle, and we just take off, use it as support, and we're pretty much off to the races all day long. So let me pull up my executions and kind of walk through So yeah, we can take a look at what we did here, and then I'll show you my one gold trade for the day as well, kind of why we took what we took. So we can see here, really was not taking too much overnight. It was doing a lot of watchful waiting. These night sessions, especially early on, really throw me off on times. And really with this kind of market, really taking smaller sizes but wider stops, and allowing for this gives flexibility and playability, but also not putting yourself in a position where things can go very, very wrong very, very quickly. So we can take a look, kind of what I talked to and alluded to earlier on this overnight session. We really had this tried to break through this kind of range, fell back in, reclaimed VWAP, tested it down here at 228, and then got in, and I got out at 256 right after. Let me kind of shrink the time frame down. We can kind of take a look at, take a little better look at it. So you can see here, I think this is actually a really solid trade. Probably could have let it play out a little longer, but overall really happy with what the trade looked like. Broke above, came back down, retested and held this 200 moving average. We tried to push down, sellers tried to break it below, but buyers kind of retained every time. And I've seen this pattern, once we hold around places like this is a pretty strong support. Break above wick, break above wick, break above wick. And pretty much on this kind of a wick with a pretty strong bullish candle, no wick above, that was my entry to go long. So took it 233. Let this 3-minute candle play out, and let this 3-minute candle play out. I got a little skittish here, move my stops to kind of below where these candles were at 256, but got wicked out on this. And as you can see, it kind of pushed up an extra 30 points almost before coming back down. So another thing that I'm still trying to work on is really having those stops be in a place where it allows the runners to run, but also securing it some profits. I think the better place to put the stop would have been a little bit below the top of this range at the 247, which would have really signified a change in structure, but also giving it enough time to push up as well. So I took that small trade, 23 points, $46, not bad. And then let the rest of the morning kind of play out how it was taking a look at these 7 to 8 o'clock breakouts, but really didn't really find anything super appealing. As you can see, it's really in just that same range as overnight. And when we see this same range, I really don't like to trade too much. Lots of things can happen. We'd rather wait for a breakout either above or below. And that's kind of what we get. We see this high over here at 21,272, 275 range, and we see, approaching the open of New York session, we're breaking above. And as we break above, to me, that's signaling bullish, bullish, bullish. So I'm just kind of watchfully waiting to see what we get. We typically see these Friday morning sessions. That first 1, 3, 5-minute candle can be a really good opening range breakout play. I didn't take it this time. I have taken it in prior Fridays, but today really just was watching to see what comes out of this. I think it was just a very weird 2 days, so I just wanted to kind of take a little bit of time and preserve some capital and just kind of see what's going on. So we see a big open, and then we get up here. We see a little bit of hesitation here at these 400s to 420s. And that's where I look to enter in short to kind of give a pullback and a little bit of a retracement to this opening range 3-minute candle high to 340. So I take 3 different shorts, very, very short scalps. I'm talking like 15 to 30 seconds. I take one at 411 out at 402, one at 400 out at 393, and then one at 385 out at 373. So we're taking 10 points each time. I can shrink it down to like the 15-second time frame so you can kind of really get a good idea of honestly how quick some of these trades were. And I think so early on in the day, that's kind of the trade structure that I'm looking for, is very quick 5-10 points without letting things reverse on you too quickly. So you can see right here, honestly, it's very, very quick. We got in 411. We were kind of seeing a little bit of a pullback. 411, let it play out at 402. Out at 400. And then we're kind of letting that kind of fall through a little bit and really see where we end up for the day. So yeah, it was a very short Friday, honestly, by 9:48 a.m. I was locking myself out. And I'll get into that next video again, the reason why. But overall, solid day. Nothing too crazy. Took a few shorts, took a few longs. Up, like I said, about $115. We're at 1650, 3 out of 5 days for the $200 threshold. Let's see if this is the week that we can bring this account to 5 days and hopefully closer to the $2,500 to $3,000 range. So that way we can take a nice payout, but also give ourselves enough of a buffer on the maximum loss limit to allow continual trading on this XFA. So thank you guys. If you guys like this video, leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos like these as we kind of track the journey over the course of January and the rest of 2025. See ya.